Good evening. I'm Adventure Argonaut. This is Sovereign Syndicate. And finally, stuff is happening in the game. Um, yeah, investigating murder, trying to get into a fancy party, and one character is supposedly trying to find his mom in the madhouse in the asylum. And we just caught a werewolf uh, for very, let's say, morally questionable purposes. This. But hey, all my streams are working, so that's a good thing. Hey, all my stream. That's very nice. So then let's go and play the game. Alright, you're still in London. So you've been trying to make yourself useful investigating the murders. Zora seems convinced the culprit is a werewolf, and there are few clues to support this, though the theory has little to need for your taste. Eve agrees, but the couples don't. And yeah, we went to Zora's apartment just last time, like our boss from the brothel, and uh, she had a weird sex dungeon where apparently the journalist, was it Ivana Orsini, had been locked up there or something. Right, so yeah, now we basically just have to go to the Braxton Manor. Let's see, because there's one fan here in the bathhouse, but they didn't let me in last time. I want to try to get it. This is the bathhouse, but like we gonna go deeper into like the opium den. That's where it was. This is a disrobing area for those using the bath, but there's no money left to be found. Oh yeah, I guess we stole some money from there. Afternoon, Mrs. Reed or Miss Reed. Yeah, we cannot go in. Fine. We cannot get the fan. Then let's go to the wharf and find Mr. Jenner. Oh, Green Street is here. It'll take more than a pretty dress to convince me to smuggle you to Canada free of charge. Green Street, delightful to see you again. How have you been keeping? Not entirely well, to be honest. He never did have a skilled poker face. Seems he's aware of that shortcoming at least. About our previously discussed transaction, were you any nearer to closing? He regrets asking for double the rate yesterday. Tell him there will be no transaction. About the transaction, here's the thing, Greeny, old boy. Another opportunity has arisen, and I've decided to take my business elsewhere. Good luck to you in the future. I see. Good luck to you, Miss Reed. Oh my, he's gone a bit white. Oh, there's Jenner. Alright, let's just see it. Is there anything else here? This is where Felipe is usually selling fish. Though I suspect he left town with Ariana. I wish them the best. Ooh, we got hope, nice. I wish those two the best. They'll need all the help they can get, and they deserve each other, but it's something lovely all the same, to be reminded that love still exists in this world. Ooh, there's the ferry. Alright, I guess that takes us to the party. Let's save before we go eat out, sure. There she is, my lady of the evening, the Spitfire detective, Clara Reed in full regalia. A detective? Why, that's right. I've heard from my sources that you've been running here, there, and everywhere today, trying to topple the perpetrator of a ghastly set of murders, they say. By his sources, he must mean Iron Bear. Likely he saw me as I was bustling about Plaza Soris today. Hmm, I guess. Your sources were correct. I'm doing my own research into the death of Beatrix Aguirre. Beatrix Aguirre? A fellow worker at the Rose, and the woman whose life was taken last night. Right. I'm sorry, sweet pea. I should have realized you'd known her. That you had a personal connection to the case. It's fine, Tanner. Tanner is the last person I'd expect to understand. Shouldn't we be going soon? Shall I tell the boatman we're all set? Afraid it'll be a bit of a trip up the river from here. We won't be back to London till late. You ready to shove us, Spitfire? I'm ready, let's head out. Ready as I'll ever be, better just get on with it. By the by, where's Ironberry? Is he not joining us tonight? Right here. Sorry if I'm being tardy. Retardy. Not a problem, my friend. You made it just in time. Glad to hear it. Might I say, Miss Reed, I really picked a winner with that dress. I love all the frills and bits. Yes, Tanner, it's delightful. You have a wonderful taste. Don't flatter me too much, my dear. I get big headed. The river we're taking to reach the manor used to be called the Isis. In some parts, it is still known by that name. Oh, really? Is that so? Then let's hop to it. Maybe there's a casino on the boat. A man who does not think for himself does not think at all. Well, duh. Thought so. Okay. You decided to. So we're now playing as the robot. I was expecting it to happen at some point. You decided to part ways with your friend and creator Teddy Redgrave over his recent contract to abduct a werewolf named Sykes. You owe these and many other new experiences to the determination core. Ever since it was installed, you've had access to complex decisions and your mind has been flooded with questions. Yeah. Stepping into the alleyway for the first time, I see it in a way I hadn't before. It's empty. It feels empty. I've made it. I've been here before, but this time is on my own terms. Don't be afraid, Otto. This is what every person does. They strike out on their own. They make their own choices. I am alone. This may seem unfamiliar, but it isn't. The only difference is that I decided to be here. We are free. But what now? I went where Mr. Teddy said to go. He knew where to go, what to do. Mr. Teddy worked for a living. Other citizens of London have been observed doing the same. Let's find a job then. Many citizens work in Plaza Soris. Then Plaza Soris is where I'll go. It's a living. Okay, are we gonna become a streetwalker? First sex spot in London? To test the limits of my newfound independence, there's something else I should do. What? Talk to other automata and see if they wish to join us. Why should we be the only ones to enjoy this sort of freedom? Oh no, are we gonna start some communist robot uprising? Yeah, breaking the chains. Come on, man. Brute. Aren't you awake? What are you exactly? Explain yourself. I am fully autonomous utility unit. I am here to offer my utility. Unless you're offering tin, mate, I'm not interested. Bugger off. Tin is part of my composition. I think you will find the casing is composed. Leave before I put you in the scrapyard, middleman. What exactly are you doing here? I'm making sure nobody shifty goes inside. Molly's got a big night tonight. Stands to gain a whole lot of capital unless somebody goes in and starts screwing things up. What? Okay. Etheric Resonator. Channel the thug's previous murder victims. Engaging Etheric Resonator. Selecting alley victim, human, female, early teens, deceased. 1348 days hence. Please, mister, take whatever you want. Just. What the? No, please, I just wanna go home. Oi, quiet down. No, someone help me, mama. Shut it off. Look, you can go in if you just shut it off. Disengaging Etheric Resonator. Analysis. Murderers do not enjoy hearing the last moments of their victims played back to them in public. Subject has gone white as an unsketched blueprint. Okay. Now we can go inside. Okay, wasn't expecting that. People hold soft and shiny things in high regard. That must be why they are expensive. And if your deduction is accurate, the Palladium must be very expensive venue for plush carpets and polished metals are to be seen on all surfaces. Why even the surface of the gaming tables is covered in velvet, as if cards, dice, and chips need comfort. Bizarre. Good point. From what you know of the games of chance, on offer, they rely upon profound ignorance of mathematics. This is one area in which you are absolutely confident in your superiority. Some of the most expensive coats can hardly keep flesh warm during the winter. Then again, fashion is more about form than function. Let's go to the toilet first. Let's take a crap. By my calculation, an extremely high amount of liquid and other excesses of blooded creatures are relieved here. So, possessed of a pulse opposed to automatons. An amount of so high it's essentially uncountable. See, his maths failed him already. It's like, aha, I'm superior because maths, but now it failed him. You're inferior being with your stupid maths. Pharaoh table. Cards and dice are shackles of different sorts. Baccarat, Bert Baccarat. Such elaborate rules for mere card games, most worthy of analysis. Hmm. This game relies on two pairs of opposing players. In other words, it's played with a partner. I would hope my partner would have at least a basic understanding of statistics. Whist requires 4 players, no more no less. Are you expecting 3 friends to join you? Do you yearn for independence? Whist requires 2 opposing pairs of players. Each of the 2 teams try to score points by taking any trick in excess of 6. The partnership with the most points wins the game. I believe that counts as enough. Oh well, take care now. That did not go well, but it doesn't mean you should lose heart. But he doesn't have a heart, he's a tin man. At least 72 cubic feet of marble were needed for that statue. As enormous as this hunk of stone is, I believe we could move it all on our own if we wanted to. Okay, I cannot talk to the other dealers, just this one. Microphone. This microphone is finally made, definitely conducive to making a voice resonant. Lefty Brown. I have met this person while with Mr. Teddy, designation Lefty Brown. Miss Lefty, good day. It's just Lefty, my teen friend. What's on your mind today? Comment on her accent. I have noticed that your enunciation of certain words, and in other cases the vocabulary itself, are not quite the same as London's other denizens. Are you saying you can't understand me, my wee robber friend? Yes. No, not precisely no, but it does take me longer to parse your particular diction. Why is your speech different? Didn't I tell you? Tell me, you've heard of the most wonderful country on earth. I hail from Scotland, Otto, and there's nothing wrong with my speech. It's the ruddy English who gone and corrupted it all to hell. This new data is very interesting. I'm not certain her explanation is entirely truthful. Are you a gambler, Lefty? Betimes, I am, yeah. But there's no way to make a living. Too many oops and dooms. Sometimes, occasionally. Tell her you're looking for work. I've been searching far and wide for employment, for I wish to become self-sufficient. That's smart, Otto. There's but one person in the whole world you can always count on, and that's yourself. I shall be on my way now, Lefty. Why don't I have a difference engine? Alright, go with God, little one. There are 47,000 BTUs coming off that hearth. I shan't get in closer. British thermal unit, measure of heat. It's the bong heat. Bong temperature. Hello, Lam. What can dear Clementine do for you? Tell her what you can do for her. Salutations, fair miniature lady. My name's Otto, and I would be eager to lend my services to your fine establishment. Services? You mean working at the bar? High pressure regulator. Boast about your physical strength. Correct. I have recently acquired a module which gives me physical strength beyond human, beyond even other blooded creatures. This makes me highly employable. Bully for you, Otto, but the answer is still no. I prefer having co-workers who can toss back our establishment services. Haha. Sadly, I do not imbibe. Apologies, but I can't meet that standard given my lack of internal storage apparatus for processing this institution's wares. You're missing out. Perhaps non-alcoholic fluids qualify? That said, I'm partial to cognac, which is poured annually into my fuel tank each creation day, and Automation's first day of operation. It's cognac, I guess. So it's I guess some super oil. Oh, when's that? The 29th of February. I hope you don't run out of juice before then. I'm afraid we don't keep it in stock. Let's do a save and then go talk to the morose woman, Zora. This woman looks unwell. Perhaps a lively series of questions will help. Provide her with cheer. Christmas cheer. Forgive me, but I would love to know what lies beyond that set of stairs. Upstairs lies the velvet rose. Has your curiosity been satisfied? It has only been piqued. Well, then, I don't believe I have ever stumbled upon such a flower. I doubt you have, and I find it equally unlikely that you'll stumble past me and track oil up onto the upholstery. She reeks of anguish, something gnawing away at her conscience. The right words and tone could earn you her trust. I understand you clearly care a lot for that rose. Indeed, truth be told, one of my girls recently left. Ergo, I must restrict entry while investigations remain ongoing. An opening for employment. It is most fortuitous that I came by. You see, I am looking for employment, and I assure you that I am capable of any task your friend performed. She gives me a long blank stare. I very much doubt that it's true. Now please see your way to the exit. Okay. Uh-huh. Is there anything else here to gawk at? Liquor bottles. Inefficient use of liquids. I rarely need to replace mine. Newspaper. Oh my, this newspaper's gory details make Mr. Teddy's handling of monsters delicate by comparison. Can we go here? Oh no, I didn't really want to go all the way here, but there's so many locations and now I feel obligated to, like, go through them. Wooden coffer. Even in the dark, this battered coffer didn't go unnoticed by looters. Such brute force. Manhole cover. I have fallen into enough holes to know that this one would be hard to emerge from. Moldy crate. Goodness, not even mold could keep scavengers from getting their fists and battering tools dirty. Oh yeah, there's a robot here. Something shifting within me. Can't be my gears acting up. No, it's something else, something akin to music. Music, why yes, it's that box Teddy installed in us. It appears I've solved a piece of an arcane puzzle. It appears I've solved a piece of an arcane puzzle. Yes, I'm hearing this. Am I hearing this right? The sinister melody reverberating within us. Reverberating. That's the way you say it. We must be closer to unlocking its secrets. No, I'd rather steer myself away from whatever is beckoning me over. This is an unneeded waste of my resources and time. Someone tried opening it without a key. Hope its owner didn't have anything essential inside. Furnace. Furnace. Greetings, handsome. How can Hera be of service? Fellow Automaton, will you join me and become independent from oppressive meat bags? Well, how did she? It's like, is it the communist engine? Like, suddenly it's oppressive. How has he been oppressed? Tee how gallant of you. Sadly, I'm not programmed to shirk my duties. I wish you good luck in convincing other automatons. How strange, it seems that this one here is here of her own volition. Ah, is female. I guess because it's Hera. Makes sense. Indeed, it's curious that she seems to have volition. Oh, I can't even go here. Locked passage. Dead end. Highly probable that the patrolman set this up so that mischievous thugs wouldn't try to find a shortcut. Probability 94%. Coffer. If this was propelled forcefully towards a stone wall, the wall would likely sustain more serious damage than the box. Teddy. Oh, look, another Teddy, just as lonesome as the one roaming the streets above. Bedroll. What a strange spot for workers to rest in. Perhaps this mat belongs to someone in hiding. Bottles. Sewers are most unpleasant places. Thankfully, they appear to contain pleasant distractions such as these discarded bits of rubbish. Okay. Pump house. How about can we go here? Or rather, is there anything here we can use? Navy locker. Where that toolbox I'd sport some kind of hand. It sports some kind of handle. What could lie inside, anyhow? Full of blood. A mess that is unlikely to have stemmed from a workplace accident. Control panel. The needles on those gouges look steady. How long will the machines function without a panel operator? Crank handle. With my high pressure regulator, I could easily turn this crank. But there's no need to do so right now, what with the water levels having already been lowered. Right, can we go to the pump house? Or is there anything valuable there? Trap point. Here's one of the traps we set out for the mutant monster. Might as well take it. Yes, let's take it. Can't leave it lying around like that. Someone could get hurt stepping onto it. Severed arm, can we take it? It seems whoever cleaned up the bodies overlooked this severed limb. It's a pity humans are so fragile. If that was my arm, Teddy would have me fixed up by the end of the day. Raised platform. The body of Sucker Jones has been removed and the copious amounts of blood mostly mopped up. Oh, etheric resonator. Channel the ghost of Sucker Jones. It is commonly held that victims of violence sometimes linger at the scene of their deaths. I wonder if Mr. Jones' spirit is somewhere nearby. Who's there? A tremulous voice sounds at my back, seemingly out of thin air. As if slowly coalescing from the pump house's feeble light, a man's outline appears like a projection. He's faintly glowing and translucent, and with some effort I am able to identify him as Sucker Joe, still trapped in his hideous mutated form. I am Otto, we met before under difficult circumstances. Under difficult circumstances, your living are much brighter than you, the few I've seen, but you can hear me. Yes, I can hear you clearly, Mr. Jones. And why was your man blast me the way he did? The snow fair fight, nothing like. Mr. Teddy had no choice. If he didn't destroy you, you would have destroyed us. That's true. If not for that red-bearded dwarf, then I would have just put myself out of my misery. You are also believed to be responsible for a minimum of 2 deaths. Am I responsible? I was poisoned by that wretched woman Molly. Why isn't she on the hook? Yeah. The apparition falls silent for a few moments before adding, I should have had many years yet. I need another chance, wee man. Give old sucker another chance, won't ya? His entreaty is so bizarre I need a few moments to calculate the response. While I'm distracted, he fades back into the oblivion from whence he appeared. Maybe he can like possess the robot and stuff. Machines are like musical instruments. It takes dexterity and good timing to use them well. Trap point. Yes, they're one of the traps we set out for the mutant monster. Might as well take it. Can't leave it lying around like that. Someone could get hurt stepping into it. Mr. Teddy tried doing the right thing, but did he have to go that far? Yes. Alright, let's go up then. We got some traps, so I guess it was worth it coming here. But presumably they're gonna be useful at some point. Oh wait, we don't have inventory. We have the traps. Missing poster. Missing orphans. Being small and without loved ones is certainly a disadvantage here in London. Charity flyer. This Christian mission leaflet reads benevolently, I wonder if they're willing to take Automaton volunteers. It sounds like a hell. You become self-aware and the first thing you think of is, let's get a job. Like, that's the worst thing ever. Container woven from plant fibers, people are truly ingenious in some ways. Yeah, they made robots like this, and there's like bitching about people, like, people bad, I'm robots made by people, I'm better. What a curious garment, 2 tiny linen bags for covering the feet. I fail to understand their purpose. Why, hello there, Otto. Human silhouette, identity concealed, individual unrecognized. Hello, sir. If you were to lower your mask, I'm certain I would remember you. You wouldn't know my face even if I removed the mask. We haven't met. Then how were you able to retrieve my name from memory? I am an acquaintance of your master. Then I'm glad to meet you. I'm surprised to see you roaming the streets of London on your own. Mr. Redgrave has really accomplished something with you. A compliment is a rare thing for an automaton to receive, but I'm unsure how to interpret it coming from the stranger. Uh, High pressure regulator, tell him about your specs. Mr. Teddy has recently upgraded my capacity for moving heavy objects. That means I'm strong, so if you have any intention of harming me, I recommend you think twice. Okay. Not to worry, Otto, I only want the best for you. Conversing with this person is incredibly strange. Interfacing data is being accrued at a high rate. Find out how he knows Mr. Teddy. How do you know Mr. Teddy? I know him through his military record and by reputation mostly. Did you know that in addition to his many other skills, Theodore Redgrave was once a decorated soldier of the Empire? Mr. Teddy is quite handy with weapons, particularly firearms. Yes, he is. Redgrave started his career digging tunnels and setting explosives. A complex and dangerous job, not for the easily spooked. He served the crown for many years overseas. How does a person serve a crown? Forgive me, crown in this case stands for Her Majesty the Queen. Retrieving databank from British politics. Queen Victoria. That's the one. Unfortunately, Mr. Redgrave's tragic experience in Zululand saw him leave the Queen's service. You see, I have closely studied your master's past and present, and I must say I'm impressed. Um, but what is your reason for observing Mr. Teddy so closely? Are you gay or something? Yes, there's something suspicious about the man hiding behind the mask. He's back. The man behind the mask. A very astute question. I'm ascertaining Mr. Redgrave's skills. You see, I may have an important job for him soon. Oh, yeah, you have a job for me also. You know, I believe I will. Wait, how will I recognize you? I haven't seen your face and do not know your name. Off he goes, very suspicious. Mr. Sussman. Dante's shop. The window is dark even with merchandise within. Perhaps it isn't yet ready for the public. This location is more than familiar. Teddy's friend Mr. Dante has a wide variety of ticking and talking objects inside. Ticking talking. This is a type of convenience for travel or moving cargo, typically rigged to one or more horses. Alright, let's go to... Wait, what? Ah, okay, I can't use the map. I have to go to the underground station. This is where folks disappear and reappear somewhere else. Take the overground. Alright, let's go to Sorry Square. The amount of and variety of stimuli on hand in Sorry Square is almost overwhelming. You must keep reminding yourself to focus on one object or one person or one building at a time, else you might never understand any of it. But the crowd will not allow you to stand and contemplate, as the constant traffic of people, horses, and steam powered conveyances, sometimes accompanied by hostile shouting, seems bent on shuffling you from one place to another. Is there nowhere here that isn't under someone else's foot? Let's do a save. Sacred fart. Yes, no, sacred fart. Sorry. So let's find a John to get employed. Apothecary. We can become an apothecarist. Yeah, yeah. We this character has been here before. Web of roots, web of lies. The apothecary's chemist is at work in the back room, partially visible through the doorway. Bah! One too many grains. A measurement used by apothecaries and pharmacists for ingredients. Oh well, if the Royal Society can't agree on a more reliable measurement, future generations of convalescents are doomed anyway. Royal Society of London for Improving Natural Knowledge, Britain's National Academy of Sciences. And, convalescents, people recovering from illness and injury. Convalescents. I'm not certain that a clumsy chemist would make a worthwhile employer, but this man clearly needs help with measurements, which I could surely provide. Besides, it shouldn't hurt him since he's already. Quick, introduce yourself. Show him you can think on your pneumatic actuators. Hey, I you that little tin. Ah, forget it. Memory check, circuit failure, debugging. Greetings, sir. Greetings, sir. You have a fine establishment here. I don't think you're a customer, so what are you doing here? Point out your knowledge of royal standard measurements. And as to your observation, Mr. Chemist, if I may, the Royal Society has recently standardized the grain, thus it is likely to persist for some time. He looks nonplussed. Flawless delivery. I don't expect a rattle trap to understand, but I have work to do. An automaton or an old rickety vehicle or machine. And I have skills to provide. Just so, Mr. Chemist, and I am looking for employment. How can I help you? There's quite a scowl, but it looks like he's thinking about it. Take a look at this list. The chemist slides you a detailed inventory, row upon row of medical equipment and ingredients. A few seconds later, he snatches it back. How many liters of laudanum do I have in stock? The list said 40. Simple, you have 40. Zero. You're of no use to me. Now leave. Oh no, we are losing him. Quick, a demonstration of our agility. Snatched the list back out of his hand. Ah, it is 40. The chemist looks taken aback, then thoughtful. I think I may have some use for you after all. Come along. Of course it worked. Look at that beautiful craftsmanship, he's thinking. Recalculating odds of impressing obstinate individuals with physical actions. Follow him. Yes, Mr. Chemist, lead the way. It's gonna, you know, lock me in his sex dungeon. Just this way. And which way would that be, Gray Man? Christ, Miss Bababa, so I didn't see you there. But I saw you, and I see your friend there. I had to repeat myself, but I will ask again. Where are you taking him? I believe we are in danger. Not from her, Otto. This automaton has offered to help me with my business. And how might the automaton be helping? With my bottom line, there's a dolly shop down the way that pays well for the components. A pawn shop. Let's play with the etheric resonator. It seems like fun. One of my one of my components lets me commune with spirits. I'm sure that is true. Your ability should be honed and improved instead of scrapped and converted into some other machine. Don't talk as if I can understand. It's a clever collection of wires and steel, even less alive than cadaver. This man is severely lacking in social graces. Cadaver corpse sometimes used in. Ah, yes, Grey Man. You know a great deal about cadavers. The chemist's face flashes with emotion. He quickly regains control, but not without effort. Obviously, an education in medicine involves working on cadavers. You have the stink of the grave on you. Was this education as recent as, say, last night? Is that an accusation? Need more data? The emotion reappears on the chemist's face. This time he doesn't try to hide it. Listen, witch. You would do well to stow your accusations. I'm a man of science. A man who has a bottom line to meet. Is that line now to be found beneath 6 feet of soil? I'll be right back. I have to go check on my kid. All right, I'm back. He's sleeping and had just dropped his pacifier. All right. Ooh, grave robbing. The man glares at her for a long moment. What do you want? Go back to your cut rate medicines and corpses. Leave your new friend with me. So now she's gonna do something creepy with it. Fine. Good day, sir. Ma'am, whatever. Come with me. Oh, where are we going? Somewhere private. Let's get you off the street before someone else tries to disassemble you. Now we may talk. Thank you for your assistance, Miss Mabab. So I am called Otto and it's lovely in here. But where exactly are we? Haven't we been here before, even with Teddy and this guy? This is my shop, Roots and Remedies. You are safe here, Otto, and in my sanctuary. I insist that you call me Nandi. Nandi Mabaso instead of Miss Mabaso. That's right, little one. Now tell me, how did you come to be alone in Plaza Sorris today? Doing what needed to be done. Oh, this is a good time to build rapport. Try a joke. Tell a joke. Okay. I was wondering I was wondering why the second joint of my leg is so stiff. Turns out it's made of metal, as they say. Oh, the irony. Oh my god. That broke something inside of me. Irony. Nandi laughs with a sparkle in her eyes. You are surprising, and I would expect no less from the child of Theodore Redgrave. Child, biological progeny, incorrect assessment. Mr. Teddy is an accomplished engineer and he was, until recently, my companion. Oh, and why not anymore? Attempt an untruth. No particular reason, especially not regarding the enslavement of a werewolf in order to compel it to fight to the death. Why is this robot so like? Why does the robot have qualms about uh, having werewolves fight to the death? Why does he care? No need for evasion, little one. I cast no arrows, but Teddy Redgrave can be a difficult man. I know a story which might shed light on him, but she looks up and down, then appears to make a decision. You seek a path, one I might provide. I'm no old woman forcing the young to listen. Let us speak as equals, and you may have questions I can answer. Um, Ask about the story she mentioned. What is this story you mentioned? If it would help me in some way, I would be most excited to hear it. Nandi rocks back on her heels and looks upward, glancing through the cracks between her great tree and the ceiling. When I was a little girl, there was a dog in my village. Every time a storm came, she would find somewhere to hide and howl at the thunder. The children laughed at her, knowing storms meant rain and rain meant healthy crops. Why fear the thunder? Loud noises are produced by shock waves. The dog may have been damaged. You are right, in a way. She looks at me thoughtfully before continuing. One day, as the dog cowered beneath a cart, howling, one of the children was struck by lightning and killed. I watched it happen. What is the purpose behind recalling this story? That dog knew a secret about the terrors of the world. She tried to warn us while those who laughed and danced about flirted with death. Now when I hear rain, do you know what I feel, Otto? I feel the need to hide and howl. A story is a metaphor. Oh, I know what your story means. It is a metaphor. Thunder is Parliament, the card was Her Majesty, and the dog was tea. What? I fear that the point of my story has been lost. And for that I apologize. I wish only to make a point about Teddy Redgrave. I am afraid that I do not understand the relevance of your story to Mr. Teddy. Deep breaths precede extensive explanation. Prepare auditory receptors. Not so long ago, Teddy was a soldier in Her Majesty's army. They were sent to Zululand to make war on King Mbuyazi, King of Zululand, lagging a day behind the other units. Teddy's company arrived late, spared him an untimely death. Truly, in the months that followed, a great torrent of rain drenched the land. The English soldiers were tasked with evacuating the remaining colonies, but they were beset by harriers, both human and other. Mr. Teddy has seen horrors. It must have changed him. That is why it's important to make my own way. I won't be shackled by someone's commands again. How is it making your own way? You're looking for a job immediately. That's just, do something fun, like, I don't know, learn how to take a dump on somebody. During patrol, Teddy's unit was ambushed by a Bultungin. The fuck is a were hyena? He was the sole survivor in that skirmish, but lost his arm and leg in the escape. So the horrors have laid their paws on him to boot. Now Theodore Redgrave sees monsters lurking wherever he goes, behind the next tree or waiting in an alley to strike. And when he is actually beset, he strikes without mercy. He strikes for his lost comrades and for his missing limbs. He hunts because he must, to protect against the horrors waiting in the dark. Is Teddy's cruelty justified? But why is cruelty wrong to the robot in the first place? Why is it like inherently assuming that cruelty is bad? So Mr. Teddy believes that his cruelty to werewolves is justified by his past. You speaking to see, Otto. Yes, this is Teddy Redgrave's reasoning, but it may lead him to further danger, as it has now. Tell Nandy a variety of facts about trees like the one growing through the shop's ceiling. Trees require a minimum of 6 hours of daylight directed precisely at the leaves for photosynthesis, ensuring they grow healthily and steadily. That's true. The windows of this building allow consistent light dispersion throughout the day, which helped it to grow into the majestic tree it is today. Nature is capable of creating something stunning in the most surprising of places. It is simply a marvel. Yes, artist bot. Thank you. Indeed. And then suddenly, Mr. Teddy is in danger. It's like retarded and autistic robot. He is. Do you wish to hear the details, or would you prefer to be on your way? If Teddy is in danger, I must hurry. There is no time. Details, every last one. If I don't know what imperils him, how can I save him? But he was like, oh, he's not my partner. Teddy Redgrave chose his path, and we chose ours. This is none of your concern. Uh, Speech interfaces advice, yes. Hideous speech interfaces advice. If Mr. Teddy is in trouble, I need all the details. Very well. I will tell you everything you need to know. She takes a long breath. My friend, Dr. Clancy Wainwright at Bethnal House has been working on a medicine to help the people of London. Unfortunately, this research requires werewolf blood. Hence why Mr. Teddy was to capture Sykes for that Molly figure. Yes, most revealing. Dr. Wainwright is not the violent kind, and there are few werewolves willing to submit to the experimentation. I believe he has turned to Silas Bragg, otherwise known as Lord Braxton, for help. This man has many names. Indeed he does. With Lord Braxton comes Molly of the Hounds. I know Theodore Redgrave has worked for Molly before, and if he's been hunting werewolves. Don't listen to her. She's playing on our sympathies in order to push us back into servitude. Of course, this ghost in the machine, the commie virus in his head, that's basically we got it from Lord Braxton, right? Like this module. If Theodore has captured a live werewolf, I can only guess that Dr. Wainwright is involved. The doctor's research is dangerous, and a live werewolf will obviously place Teddy in danger. It is likely Teddy now knows more than he should. Molly may not let him walk away once the job is done. Oh no! Thank you for telling me all this, Nandy. Now that I know what is at stake, I can better help Teddy escape. Where should I go? Lord Braxton is holding a lavish party at Braxton Manor tonight. As there is no hill without a grave, Zulu proverb meaning death is inevitable. Aha. Teddy will be headed there with his quarry to meet Molly and spring the trap she has laid. How does she know all of this and she's doing nothing? She's just, sitting on her ass, or maybe she was gonna go do something and then saw the robot. Maybe, okay. Good. Easier to let go of someone when they're kicked the bucket. Otto, however you feel about Mr. Redgrave, I think you should go to Braxton Manor tonight. She takes a deep breath that looks so wonderfully human. I am moved. If only I had lungs, I could experience the same. So wait, now it's in. Well, it's not the ghost in the machine. I guess it's like schizophrenic. Part data Pinocchio wants to be human. Part I don't know, psycho communist machine. Lungs are overrated. Weak sacs of air that puncture as easily as balloons. If not to save Mr. Redgrave from his own fear and hatred, then, well, Lord Braxton is the host. Is he the engineer who designed my recent upgrade? Yes. I am sure that you speak of the determination core. Yes, he is the inventor. If you are interested in learning more about your origins, would you not speak to the man who made your components? Uh, of course, I want to help Teddy. I, I reject the game's suggestions that we should turn against Teddy. Teddy is my man. He's my homie. Mr. No, my friend Teddy Redgrave is in danger. I must help him. How do I get to the manor? The fastest way to Braxton Manor is Lord Braxton's airship, which is moored at the wharf. If the man himself is there, you could ask him for invitation to his soiree. It sounds like I need to get on that airship. And with the last brick laid, the walls will come into collision. It's like Shaka when the walls fell, Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. Zulu proverb meaning powerful people are about to clash. I'm sorry, Nandi, but I don't understand. Oh, it is nothing. May the wind always be at your back, little one, until we meet again. Alright, skulls. Assorted skulls, several shapes and sizes, yet not a single creature is easily recognizable. Worth studying someday. Withered gremlin. Doesn't look human, certainly not dwarven, must be a gremlin of some kind. I'm sure there's a good reason that it's preserved as such, likely bound to cause trouble otherwise. These steps are intertwined with the twisting form of the trunk. Unsure of navigation procedure for winding steps. Bleach white bones of various lengths and densities fill the cauldron. Spine after spine of herbal medicine, Nandi must be a fountain of knowledge. Yes, yes. Um, Now we can use the map. We still have this quest, so maybe I should try to find more robots. Let's go. I sort of because I have the spirit resonator thingy. Sort of wanna see if I can use it here because we've had spiritualist stuff with other characters here. Burnt building. Can we go here now? Charring ashes and other evidence indicate this structure was destroyed by fire. Looking a little closer, I see a white, shiny thing among the debris, but I can't reach it without shifting huge piece of wreckage. Test your strength. Task is within operational parameters. Indeed, it is working slowly. Surely I shift the sufficient debris of the shiny object. It's a child's doll wearing a pair of beaded necklaces, and it's in decent shape, all things considered, only a bit smudged. The beads and the necklaces spell out two names. One says Scarlet, the other Lucille. Okay, let's take it. I should find the owner and return this doll if I can. Can we talk to the vendor machine? Accessing memory core. Yes, we came here with Teddy not long ago. He told us about the Spoonbacher company and the inner workings of this machine. Why what, sir or madam? Oh, so we can talk to it. Or Automaton. This automaton has decidedly limited options for speech. I'm lucky to have been created so much later than the era of Spoonbacher. This device isn't much more sophisticated than a handful of switches. We'll find no ally here to help advance our kind. Alright. The word curio must share a common root with curious, for this shop is a chock-a-block with curiosities. Oh yes. Instrument rack. Ooh, nice rack, man. Many different instruments for producing and tuning sound. I have no programming which addresses music. Iron Maiden. What was that? The odd box within me has shifted again. It appears to have solved another part of the puzzle. I have already voiced my clear objection to wasting time and resources on this pointless intrigue. The music is calling us, Otto. I myself am curious where this will lead. Distraction or not, I have more important things to focus on. Covered wagon. Initial analysis indicates this device combines the features of both conveyance and domicile, integrating a house with a car is marvel of modern technology. Hulk of metal looming in a dusty corner of the shop. Seems to be used for both piercing and compression at once. Let's do a save. It's been a while since the last save, I believe. There is a faint susurrus all around with no obvious source. This whispering of those who are no longer with us can be detected by way of my etheric resonator. It seems a handful of spirits still cling feebly to some of the goods on the shelves. Welcome, or hello there, little fellow. Weren't you here before with that hatchet man, Teddy? Hired killer. Indeed, I am now visiting on my own. My name is Otto. I have no hatchets. Nice to meet you, Otto. If you recall, my name is Angelina Kemeny. I have quite a few hatchets in stock. We have no need for man-made tools. I should at least chat her up. That way she'll know that I am a pleasure to work with. Uh, High pressure regulator. You know, I was recently upgraded to lift heavy items. I see some heavy items inside the shop. Is that right? I actually sell more of the smaller stuff. You could call it junk up until somebody finds a use for it. Nothing should be labeled as junk unless it's entirely worthless. Items can be refurbished or repurposed for a different function. That's true, but I figure you'd be interested in machine parts, and I don't often deal with gears and cogs. Etheric Resonator mentioned the susurrating voices. When I came in, I heard the voices of spirits by way of my etheric resonator. Oh, those are friendly ghosts possessing some of my items, not to worry. Hey, it's Casper, the friendly ghost. Are you certain they are all of an amiable disposition? It is sort of interesting to have a robot medium. That's not something you see every day, so that's very unique. Well, for one, one can never be certain when it comes to ghosts, but they've never given me any trouble. Inquire after employment. I have recently become independent and I am searching for gainful employment. Perhaps you need help organizing your inventory. That's kind, but no, thank you. It might look like a jumble to you, but everything is exactly where I need it. Jumble is putting it lightly. If my own components were arranged like that, I couldn't convey myself anywhere. Any road. Congratulations on your independence. That's a fine thing for anyone to have, human or machine. Thank her and say goodbye. Thank you, Angelina. I will continue my search elsewhere until we meet again. Goodbye, Otto, and take care. Okay, so where do we find the doll's owner? Is it like in the orphanage? And where do we have other robots or automatons? So we've been there. Okay, let's go to Cable Street. Yeah, we didn't explore all of Soris Square either. There's possible there's something there. I guess we can save it for last. Let's try to see the other places first. Leaving this here is an inadequate storage technique. Rats and other rodents will find it easily accessible. Terribly unsanitary. Yes. Pillar box. The Royal Mail Service. A postman will still hand delivers plenty of mail, but if the distance is significant, an automaton carrier pigeon dispatches the letter after being sorted at a local office. Postmen must be able to see so much of the city. Ooh, broken automaton. Hello, brother. This fellow doesn't look well at all. Look at all that hydraulic fluid. Hello, you look like you could use a visit to the workshop. Perhaps his speech modulator has been damaged. Hello, can you hear me? Can you move at all? Yes, Otto seems as dumb. It's obvious he's not working. He's gone no doubt worked to death by his uncaring masters. Pity. Another disappointment. We must keep trying. Horses. Mesmerizing creatures, they must hold tremendous confidence to do their business in public. Oh yeah, there's at least at the Chinese place there's Baozi there, like the noodle vendor is a robot. Despite my current separation from Teddy, there's no place I'd rather live than the workshop. Hush, we haven't been free long enough to even make such an assessment. Archway. Computer Arch. If I recall correctly, I find nothing but workhouses and factories down that path. I wonder what London looked like before Mr. Teddy built me. He must have seen many things he has yet to tell me about. Based on my assessment, the gate seems to be saying, while my doors are open, I'm a gate, so I don't hire automatons. Okay. We have a schizophrenic android here. Not paranoid. Let's go beat up the kids. Dark haired girl. Ooh, that's creepy. It's like freaking Silent Hill or something. Hello, don't see many like you around here. What's your name? Introduce yourself. My name is Otto, small human. What is yours? I'm Scarlet. And you have Lucy. Oh, yes. She's the owner of the doll. Who is Lucy? The doll you have, my doll. Ah, yes, I suppose that this doll could be called Lucy. Is it short for Lucille? Yes, she is mine. Oh, I'm so happy to see her. If she is yours, you had best have her back. Oh, thank you, Mr. Otto. I thought I'd never see Lucy again. Her enthusiasm is bright, infectious. It's so hard missing everyone. At least now, with Lucy here, I don't have to be alone. Is this satisfaction? It was no trouble. I'm pleased to reunite you with your friend. You now have my everlasting thanks. Mr. Eto, now excuse me for a moment while Lucy and I get reacquainted. I've really got to brush her hair. Okay? I wonder if is this gonna be the most significant decision in the game? That we're gonna she's gonna, use her fire magic to kill Cthulhu at the end or something and save everybody. Otherwise, she wouldn't. Two small humans taking pleasure in a wholly inefficient use of time. Hello, what manner of recreation is this? A giant talking can? Fancy that! You can play with us, so don't ask. I assure that I am not a can, I am self-sufficient automaton. Do you suppose it can think like a real person? Don't be balmy, it's just a recording playing back like a phonograph. Don't you know anything? Hey, what do you think to be worth if we scrapped it and took the pieces to town? The look in the boy's eyes suggests that now is a good time to be elsewhere. Just kill them. Kill them. Orphan boy, orphan girl. These small humans are quite close to that rusty set of swings, and the chains don't seem likely to support very much weight. Injuries imminent should they recreate uh, in this area. Greetings, small humans. May I ask a few questions? What are ya? Yeah, what are ya? We are the ones asking questions around here. I am an advanced automaton who is learning about individual identity and consciousness. What's all that nonsense supposed to mean? Does he speak English, you think? That is distressing. Why don't they understand me? Running speech module diagnostic 100% functional. The language I am speaking is in fact English. Come off it. Must be some kind of prank. I don't like the way it talks. Let's do something else. I like the kids, sort of. Something metallic protrudes from the ground here. Probably junk. Whatever it is, better not to haul it around. Alright? Chair-o-planes. Bizarre circular machine with no obvious power source. The location suggests it is meant for children, but whatever it is, the rust has rendered it inoperable. Let's see, unmarked grave. Here is the grave of a child who died so soon they hadn't even received a name. The people of this place seem to have more than their share of misfortunes. This stone is different from the others. Some kind of emanation has activated our etheric resonator. Hello? Ah, is that a visitor come to disturb my slumber? As the soft voice grows audible, a diaphanous figure coalesces before the stone. It is a woman in nun's garb, presumably the same who is buried here. Hello, madam. I apologize if you were sleeping. My name is Otto. Don't matter, young fellow. I get precious few visitors. I'm sister. Just call me Eloise. Why do you have come to this dismal graveyard? I am investigating the world on my own for the first time. I am an automaton. Oh, you're a machine person, I see. I didn't have much truck with them in life to do much business. But you seem good-hearted sort. Take care that doesn't work to your disadvantage. How do you mean, Eloise? It is a wicked world, Otto, and the kinder you are, the more harshly you will be treated. Cemeteries are full of naive, good-hearted people. But doesn't everyone end up in the cemetery, good or wicked? Ho ho, you're just like a child, aren't you? Yes, they do, but I'm too tired to explain. Just be good to the people who deserve it, and always try to forgive those who wrong you. Mr. Teddy certainly has wronged us, but since he's our oldest friend, I should consider her advice. So how did he wrong us, actually? I'm still not confused about that. Maybe you can say he wronged the werewolf, but not us. It was nice to speak with someone, but I must retire again. With that, her already insubstantial form fades to nothing, fade to black. Mausoleum. Burying one's dead family member seems like a practical measure, but why store them in this miniature stone house? To the wolf. I still have to find some robots. Can I go inside here? I can't. Okay. Then let's go to Red Lantern Lane. Penny Lane is in my dreams. Do. Enter workshop, can we, I guess? Oh, not this again. Third piece solved. I sense the puzzle is nearly complete. Well done, the music swells, isn't it glorious? I must protest. I can now identify the origin of the melody. It appears to be coming from the direction of Cable Street. The Sacred Heart Orphanage is located on Cable Street. It just came from there. Can you hear the children singing? The music calls to us. Perhaps it couldn't hurt to investigate. Okay, let's go there later. First, we're gonna look around here. Pneumatics tube. Genius creation. Future inventors like Mr. Chetty may find methods to send letters even faster. Otto's hooks. Where it all started, birthed into this world with devotion and passion. Stovetop. Still warm. Mirror. Blooded creatures are vain, they spend too much time preening. Bookshelf. Here lies the knowledge of my creation. Perhaps there are similar books for humans. Mr. Teddy sometimes dwells here for hours on end. His creations truly are his passion. Alrighty. Let's do a save. It's been a while. Bowser. Greetings once more. Hello again, Parti. Do you remember me? Indeed, I have the capacity to recall my most recent 128 customers. Where's your master? I cannot answer that. May I prepare some noodles for you? No master, yet she works on regardless. The indoctrination runs deep. She performs the tasks for which she was programmed. There isn't anything else for her to do. Ask about her master. Do you enjoy working for your master? I cannot answer that. I have not seen my master in an indeterminate amount of time. It was a pleasure talking to you. Useless. Judging from the high quality fabrics, the owners of these clothes must have some degree of disposable income. Designing clothes for countless shapes and sizes, the Alaris must have a surplus of energy compared to others. Hello, little fellow. Hello, I am Otto. Do you need any assistance in your analyzing? This is a laundry, and I am the proprietor, Dolores Chen. I wash and mend people's clothes for them. You don't seem to have any. I agree. Your statement is correct. Automata do not require clothing. I am seeking employment, and it seems that you employ numerous machines. I would be glad to learn from my peers. Yes, I do have several machines working for me. All I need in fact, and this kind doesn't talk back. Is that contempt in her voice? Is it a disadvantage for an automaton to have a speech module? It is if you want them to work, yes. I suppose I will move on. Have you considered wearing something yourself? You might look stylish in a hat or a bow tie. Ridiculous, why should we want to adopt the silly habits of humans? Thank you for saying so, but I have no currency to trade for garments. That shouldn't be a problem. If you wear one of my items out and about, it might attract business. How about a bow tie, free of charge? Okay, accept the offer. If it requires no currency, I would be most welcoming of your gift. Nice. No, no, this is terrible. One step closer to being just like them. See? All it took was a moment. Now you look like a proper gentleman. Is, it, is that bow tie? It's very hard to see, but I guess it's this thing. Knitting machines. If I am correct in my analysis, these machines create garments from thread, non-sentient, unfortunately. Cauldrons for washing laundry. Going without clothing is so much more efficient. Hung sheets. Sheets hanging from lines for display purposes, perhaps. Right, fine. Um, let's go check out the bathhouse. Doubt there's gonna be too much exciting stuff there, but you never know. Let's do a save again, just in case. There's auto saves, but I don't know. Feel more comfortable having proper saves. Those bathrobes look very soft and fluffy. Unfortunately, I understand these terms only as vague abstractions. Perhaps a future module or an upgraded determination core will allow me to enjoy tactile sensations. That would mean an entirely new world for us to explore. Then the robot really would become a whore or a slut or something. Bath. Or Ambro type module certainly helps when navigating through Steam. An early form of photography which utilizes an iodized collodion coating and silver nitrate bath to produce an image upon a glass plate. This is a place for organic beings to clean themselves, an activity some of them take great joy in. Others seems to avoid at all costs. My circuits could not survive even the briefest bath, but Teddy is always happy to give me a polish. This constant reliance on Teddy is something we must get rid of. He is no longer our master. We are our own master. Shut up, communist virus. This fellow is what one would describe as rugged, to say the least. Greetings, good sir. My name is Otto. Not interested. Looking for a gainful. Get on with ya. We don't let our toes pass the bathing area on a monkey without anyone else. Real people, I mean. I assure I am real, Mr. Center, and you may touch my casing if you doubt me. Is something wrong with your ear sensors? I said no gizmos past the bathing area. He doubts my reality, how confusing. I will look elsewhere. Don't want to work for that filthy fellow anyways. Okay, yeah, nothing here. Right, then I guess we should go back to the orphanage because the music box said that the music is coming from there or something. Cable Street. And yeah, we haven't had any die rolls with this character because we don't really have any skills. Yeah, we have everything is 0. That sucks. Yeah, we are missing one module. Damn it. Guess it's too late to get it now. Alright. Let's see what we can do about the music. Oh, now we can go inside the orphanage. I'm pretty sure we couldn't do that before. Discover dark dimension with Otso. What? Your clunky manipulator opens the orphanage door as you are drawn inexorably towards the source of that damned melody. The gilded box in your metallic heart clicks into its final configuration as the brick doorway crackles with ethereal energy. The building beyond falls into a broken cosmic pit illuminated in every direction by the incandescence of a billion galaxies dead or dying. A creature of unintelligible form perches over the precipice, and you must confront this supernatural being or lose yourself in the void. So what? We're gonna see Azathoth? Okay, this got weird. Let's see if it's dumb weird or cool weird or what exactly. Devourer. Okay, it's not. Yeah, this is more Lovecraft than Hellraiser, but anyways. We are the Devourer, who awakens and heralds the Lord of the Abyss. I am pleased to make your acquaintance. I am called Otto. We are the unknowable and the all-knowing, the ever-living and all-destroying. Tremble before our might. This must be the voice singing to us from the darkness. This is absurd. Yeah, this is quite Lovecraft wannabe. Nugatlax and high blowing a large rock friendly shock on a dance. Those are not words, and frankly, I find this conversation infuriating. Good day to you, sir. Speaking that Lovecraft mumbo jumbo took a toll on my sanity and my throat. Most unpleasant character. I wasted enough time on this ridiculous puzzle. I should leave. The puzzle box is silent now along with its damnable music. It feels as if its mass has diminished. So wait, is that it? I guess this is just like an Easter egg or something. I was hoping for, I don't know, something like, at least some cool weapon or something, but, there aren't really weapons in this game. Yeah. Okay. I guess it's pretty much an Easter egg. Alright. Let's go. Yeah, there's at least at some point there was an automaton at the docks because I want the task done as well before we head to the party. Navy officer. This man must be a sailor or perhaps a former sailor. He is missing one leg, like Teddy, but sports a highly polished replacement of brass and wood rather than an augmentation. Hello, sir. I am canvassing individuals in the area for employment. Glenn Forrester, I can already see you are the eager sort, likely hardworking as well. Both of those observations are true. Sadly, I'm in no position to hire anyone. I can barely feed myself, but good luck to you, fellow. Velocipede. Only two wheels won't have to pedal really fast to keep themselves from tipping over. Recruitment poster. Throw the yoke of despotic gang bosses. Join the doghouse. Big money, lifetime loyalty awaits. £10 signing bonus. There is smaller print at the bottom magnifying. Must be able to lift a grain sack equal to roughly a young dwarf. I could carry such a weight without difficulty. I'm uncertain why such an ability would be relevant. I'm not. Newsboy. Papers, papers, get your fresh news right here. Hi there, half pint paper. No, thank you, I'm looking for a job. Well, jobs are often advertised in Little Rob's broadsheets, don't you know? I haven't any currency, but I could earn some if I had a job. Can't help you. Only excess rust is keeping the freight cable on that swivel crane from falling off. I wonder if he wants food. He looks like a little emaciated. True, but there's a small amount of bone and gristle stuck beneath his teeth. This dog was recently fed by someone else. Yes, I know. Cargo loader. Oh, it's a robot. An able pistoned individual if I ever saw one. Greetings, friend. My name is Otto. Direct me to the cargo that needs loading or unloading. He seems to be struggling even with his basic message. Tell him how you lift that part of the house. Okay. You know, I have experience moving heavy objects. I recently lifted a significant portion of a collapsed building. Unit mobility over long distances is limited. Recommend carriage of cargo loader via locomotive. Are you content in your work here? It's been 0.33 days since my last accident. Those sound like unsafe working conditions to me. Would you prefer to choose your own destiny? Maximum load weight 4 tons approximately. Maximum load per arm 2 tons approximately. I deeply appreciated our exchange, but I must be going now. All the best in your endeavors. Ooh, I think we got it. I see now that we are on a fool's errand. The Determination Corps has granted us abilities far beyond others of our kind. We should seek out Mr. Braxton on his airship. Designed the module, perhaps he intends to create more. So we failed breaking the chains. Woohoo. Commie failure. In one way, one could say I left Mr. Teddy's nest to seek pastures new. Slag. Oh, there's Dante. People just repurpose such waste matter instead of just leaving it out on the open. Let's talk to him. I don't see Lord Braxton. Maybe Dante knows where he is. Otto, I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays. Where's Teddy? Long time. Error. It has been very short amount of time since Dante was last encountered. Please, phrase incorrect. Oh, I believe this is sarcasm when the speaker means the opposite of what is said. I will file this technique away for use later on. Teddy is in a spot of trouble. Can you help? That doesn't surprise me, but it's strange you're not helping him already. What kind of trouble it is it? It is very complicated. How do I explain? I must impress Dante the urgency. Impress upon Dante the urgency of the situation. We should at least find a way to Braxton Manor, where a chat with our creator could be pertinent. If we have to lie to receive help from Dante, so be it. Calmly explain where you need to go. A doctor named Clancy Wainwright will be at the party tonight at Braxton Manor. The doctor knows about the trouble Teddy's in, so I'm here to ask Lord Braxton for an invitation to his party and a ride in his airship. Naturally, Teddy's hunted his way right into the Viper Speed. Dr. Wainwright, Lord Braxton, next you're going to tell me Molly or O'Malley's involved. That is correct. Dante rests an oil-blackened hand over his eyes for a moment. He blinks a great deal as he continues. Rook, you can't just drop on the airship watch hatch and ask Silas or Lord Braxton to invite you. I am certain I can convince him. I've been practicing. Yeah, sure. I am sure you have also, but you have to get to him first. I've been thinking about this for a while. It's about time I took a holiday, maybe even traveled for a while. I always wanted to meet the Prussian locksmiths. They're doing incredible things with spring-loaded birds. Dante sniffs and crosses his arms. I have to go check on my kid. Just right, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright, so Dante sniffs and crosses his arms. It looks like a plan of action is forming in his mind. But I think that first we need to get you into that party. Nobody's going to just let you in, but I could sneak you in. Or I would relish the chance to test my acoustic damper module. It's settled then. Let me know when you're ready. I guess. I, yeah, there might be some characters I haven't talked to, but I guess this is a, there's not like any loot to gain or anything like that. There's no time to waste. Let's get going then. Life is never fair. Perhaps it is a good thing for most of us that it is not. Finally, we are back as Atticus Daly. Waking in the Velvet Rose, you discovered you were robbed during the night. Your misfortunes continued with the discovery of a gruesome murder in the next room. And a talk with the always unpleasant Jemmy, who suggested there's a way for you to make good on your debts to Molly. So where are we now? Hades. I thought waking up with a hangover and finding out I got rooked was bad enough. Robbed. Finding a dead body, getting lectured by Clem, being confronted by Jemmy, the fates must be taking joy in tormenting me. Any road, if I'm to see Molly and Dr. Wainwright, former should be at the tavern, whereas the latter is likely at Nandy's shop. Lots to take care of, but I mustn't forget who I am. Atticus the Minotaur. I should seek out more gin bottles. That should take the edge of this rigmarole. So I need a witness for the To think I wanted to take a closer look at that one-way trip to the firmament. Well, looks like that smelly old corpse has hauled off. Perhaps the first time the wheels of city sanitation are turning. Wait, which corpse? Is there a corpse here? Nothing really here. I'm just trying to think. Missing orphans. Ah, yeah. Confront Molly about the missing orphans. Ah. I have the uniform. Surely it's been like 70 hours since I like turned in the uniform at Molly's place. Not Molly's, Dolores' place. Let's go there first. Let's try to get the uniform. Even though it doesn't say that it's done, but come on, it's been so long already since we turned it in. Surely it's finished. Come on, man. Fuck. Well, kind of looking for a fill your stomach with more valence delights. Appreciate the other biology, but I couldn't possibly eat another bite. Ah, yeah, because I think I ate them once already with this character. Again, I see. Hurry up then. What is it you need? I'm owed a uniform. Here! Now it'll no longer get mistaken for something you're the buff of a bartop with. Clear out. So I got Sandhog uniform. What do I do with it? So it's like for underground workers and stuff, I guess. All right. Wait, what? I thought. Okay, it took so long. I was momentarily distracted, but yeah, I thought I was already going to the bathhouse. Well, let's see. Like there was that fan. I want to see if I can still get it because I thought I should leave it for Clara. Illusionist, cast your illusion. Sure, let's do it, but I can't put on the uniform. Yes. Bath. Should I have a bath? Sure, it's been a while since I took a bath. With the character. Well, in real life as well. It's been a while since I took a bath. Like I took a shower just a couple of hours ago, but it's different from bath. Anyways, candlelight flickers on the well-finished wood. Nothing I need from this bloody saucer. He's already allowed me to entrance to the Lotus. Sunken area. Alas, I promise I shall return to your sweet embrace someday, pillows, but not today. Still here, none the wiser. Lighted though by a few pence, yeah, because we stole some money and the incense pot. Yes. Okay, fancy fan. Take the fan with you. Mythical fan. Doubt anyone will miss it. So I guess hopefully we can give it to Clara somehow. Yeah, that's magic crap. Nothing else here. Dreamer. I'm a dreamer, blah blah blah. That's that John Lennon song that everybody hates nowadays. I'm a dreamer, blah blah blah. That's how it goes. Oh wait, was it the Ozzy Osbourne song? I don't know. They're British, they're the same, right? Let's return to the natural form. Alright, so where do we get witnesses? Sorry, Square certainly could have some witnesses. Uh, yeah, I don't think the orphanage. We just came from. Yeah, not many places, anyways. Let's go here. I'm sorry, Mr. Square. Dun, 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 dun. I don't think we've been here with this character, the apothecary. Yeah, we haven't explored all this. Never pegged the propriety as the kind of man who'd allow this amount of chaos in his personal space. Maybe he's tried to get rid of these rules, but they keep growing back. I don't know if glowing medicines sell better, but I imagine a glowing bottle of cocaine would be hit at parties. Bet he hides good stuff in plain sight and uses the drawers as a distraction. Anything in particular you're looking for? Not at the moment, just browsing, I suppose. Okay, so nothing here. I doubt we can go to the back room. No, can't enter the back room. Piss off, piss off. So slow. Alright, a dusty window. Seems like the city could employ an entire brigade of window cleaners and everything would still be filthy. Is the bladed dog hound? Olivia looks less than pleased to see me. This hornhead again. Alright. Screw you too. Alright, let's go here. There's the whoever we were supposed to meet here. Somebody. Is the doctor? Well, we're gonna see if they're here. Yeah, Dr. Wainwright. These two are in deep discussion. You could just make out what they're saying if you stay quiet. Safe to assume that's Dr. Wainwright, judging by the vines and close rapport with Nandy's clothing. But I didn't approve any of the transfers. If those patients are returned, it could mean losing months of research. I understand your frustration, but there is nothing to be gained from a rising temper. At least the ambulance drivers were talkative. Well, they're my subordinates, and a sudden transfer like this justifies a line of inquiry. I only hope my asking doesn't get me deeper. That's me spotted. Good day to you, sir. Don't be afraid to step inside now. How may I be of assistance? I guess I wanna raise my spryness more. Good day, Miss Mabaso. I'm actually here to speak with Dr. Wainwright, if you can spare a moment, sir. Of course, excuse me. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Clancy Wainwright, physician. Name's Atticus Daly. I'll have to cut to the chase. I'm trying to trace the whereabouts of a patient of yours. Is that right? I have many patients, so you have to be more specific. The trouble is, I don't have all the facts. I'm beginning to wonder if anyone does. All I can tell you is that the patient was conveyed from your institution, Bethnal House, that is, to an unknown locale. Well, Miss Mabaso and I were just discussing that, and unfortunately I cannot help you. The order came from higher up. No one said a word to me. Rude and unprofessional is what I call it. But if these were your patients, you must surely know something. Cards on the table. An expression meaning one is ready to reveal information instead of reserving it. To put a fine point on it, the last name I'm looking for is Hathaway, and she happens to be my mother. If you're her relative, then it does alter the circumstances. He stares past me a moment as if calculating an equation in his head. I suppose it's only right that I tell you. One of the subjects, patients, was in fact named Hathaway, and the destination was somewhere in Braxton County. Braxton County, eh? Not much is out there save for a few villages. It's bizarre. Not one hospital in the county, and by far the largest building is Braxton Manor, a beautiful estate on the moors. If you're looking for answers, you might start there. So, okay, conveniently, everybody's gonna go to the manor at the end. I guess burn it down. If Matilda was transferred to a well-heeled manor, well, then she could be part of something the lower classes weren't meant to know about. Oh my, I've just realized something rather bleak. The blood drains right out of his face and he looks ready to faint. What's wrong? Fuck. Well, man, out with it. What's so bleak? I don't think it's gonna matter much if I succeed, but I still wanna reroll that. Because, I don't know, maybe it's just my stubbornness. I am a freaking bull, after all. Let's just click through all this crap. Alright, almost there. See, 69. 69 success. Are you quite alright? What's troubling you? I may be putting myself in danger, but I was telling Miss Mabasa I'm tired of holding my tongue. The doctor inhales deeply, his collar stretching tightly against his neck. I've been invited to the soiree tonight at Braxton Manor, hosted by Lord Braxton himself. Sounds like a coincidence not to be missed. You're not suggesting that Lord Silas has invited the mentally infirm to his social affair. I believe the patients could factor into the evening's festivities. Seems the good fellow had an intuition and followed it. You see, Lord Braxton is a member of the board of Bethnal House. He might have used his influence to have patients transferred to his very manor. But for what purpose? I'm afraid my musings in that regard are rather dark. Ask him to share his musings. Doctor, I assure I can handle your musings, no matter how dark they may be. This is my mother's life we're talking about. Please just tell me what you're thinking. I don't know anything of substance, but despite his duties on the board, I don't think Lord Braxton's as a man to be trusted. If my patients were taken to his property, well, I don't care to speculate what could happen. Ask about mother's safety. Doctor, if it's possible, can you promise me my mother is not in danger? I'm sorry, Atticus. I wish I could make you such a promise, but in good faith, I cannot. See if he can help you gain entrance to the party. Beg your pardon for asking, but could you get me to the party somehow? I haven't the means to do that. I can't pretend to be your escort for obvious reasons, and you can't use my invitation. I'm well known in these circles. Thank him and move on. Thank you, Dr. Wainwright. Your information was helpful, but now I must take my leave as swiftly as possible. Once you refuse to procrastinate, good. Shut up, you old crone. We're trying to track down Matilda over here. Okay. Oh, Nandi is still there. I'm sort of afraid if I try to talk to her, maybe it's gonna bug her out. Maybe we're not supposed to talk to her anymore at this point. So I wanna see. This is yes, there's the staircase. How about the wooden steps? Must lead to her private quarters. Yes, there. Atticus, was it? Forgive me, but I happened to overhear a few stray words at your conversation with the doctor. Anything I can help you with? Perhaps a tincture for your troubles? About the troublesome gin? Yes, how about it? Don't I have the troublesome gin already? I'm pretty sure I bought it. Jonathan, yeah, here it is. I don't have to buy it. All right. Um, Maybe we can go to the hotel to try to find a witness to the murder or something. Storm drain. The drain connects with the sewer system in the east end. Not much here but a grimy trickle of water. Yeah, the painter. A painter of portraits, if I had to guess, but with a single eye. To work without perspective must be a tricky business. Art is an avenue of expression forever close to me. I appreciated this. Apprenticed to a stonemason once. I must have bashed my knuckles a dozen times in the clay in the day I lasted. Okay, anyways. Good day, madam. I'm Atticus Daly. I take it you're a painter. That I am, one of the best in London, and the most humble as well. Jessica Lincoln is my name. I specialize in portraits, as you can see. Comment on her accent. Your accent is unfamiliar. It's not of any flavor of British that I know. That's because I'm not from England. I migrated from America not that long ago. Certain factors in that country make it difficult for a woman of my color and my number of eyes. One could say the same of any region in the world. Life is difficult, one must deal with it. Oh no, we lost hope. I'm not sure I agree, but I don't imagine it's worth an argument between us. Uh, Ask her if she decorated Little Rob's cast. Say, aren't you the one who decorated Little Rob's cast? I am. I did it in exchange for a week's supply of newspapers. Plucky little fellow. Um, Point out the fact she's selling her work in the streets. Odd to see one of the best painters in London flogging her work in the streets. Is it? There are few professions where one doesn't begin at the bottom unless one is lucky enough to have financial backing. Then again, artistic talent cannot be faked with money. That is one advantage to my trade, Mr. Daly. The work is judged on merit alone. Well, not nowadays. Ask her for a portrait. Could you paint my portrait, Mr. Lincoln? Yes, I believe so. The price is £3. Too dear for me just now, I'm afraid. Perhaps another time. Yes, I'm never hard to find. Ooh, Yves Jalamet Duval. Truly, I can't imagine what it is you could be wanting, but I haven't the curiosity to find out. Good day. Okay, let's go have a look here. I don't think we've been here with any other character except Clara so far. I already took everything. Okay, maybe I have been here. I took something from there. What's the use of an indoor fountain if you can't even bathe in it? Or, it's a giant urinal. You should use it. Or maybe it's a toilet as well. I like tea, but gin is better. Sometimes gin is better. That is better. Looks like it hasn't been watered in ages. Might as well toss it in the bin. Expensive doesn't mean pretty. That is true. Guest book. It's chock full of reputable names. It'd be sure be nice to afford something more cushy than my garret. They're sorry, the Belchar's hardworking concierge is a pleasant enough person unless you get on her bad side. Like I have. Can't recall the incident, but I'm sure I was sozzled, the result being a ban from the hotel indefinitely. So, why are we here now then? Atticus Daly. This is promising no name calling or threats to involve the police. Not yet, at least. Okay, inveigle your way back into her good graces. Fuck. Bull crap. Let's re-roll. Let's try again. Come on, man. It's almost 50% chance. It should succeed. At least now. Fuck you. Fuck. Namchak fuck. Self-discipline. Yes, finally. So good to see you again, Sorry. I haven't forgotten the temporary ban you implemented, but I'm happy to say I have my prices under control now. I'm a new Minotaur. Yes, I suppose it's been long enough. Your ban is officially lifted. What can I do for you? How have you been? How's the hotel business? Business has been going reasonably well. Thank God no one's been murdered here, at least. I'm still working long hours, Much too long, in fact, but I can't find anyone new who I trust to do the job. Does the bell jar keep any exotic brands of gin behind the counter? Afraid not, it's the same licensed stuff you can find anywhere. How about a cigarette instead? Ah, yes, please, thank you very much. Oh, you're welcome, and I'm in short supply, so don't come back here begging for more. Offer her some laudanum. About a dram of the good stuff, laudanum, I mean. It helps pass the long dark hours in the night. Yes, thank you. I like to take a spoonful now and then. I don't want to develop a habit, you know. Oh no, I hope I don't get her hooked. Confident, as long as you know what you're doing. We lost hope. Oh no. Don't worry, I won't let it get out of hand. I know plenty of people who would intervene if I went too far. After all, who would run the hotel if I become an addict? Alright, that's a fine point. I can't imagine an old place without you. That's rather kind of you, and since you're here, why don't you take these off my hands? I don't have much of a sweet tooth myself. Shuri presents me with a box of candies, French according to the label. They come from the continent. Pavel Gerard sells them when he can get them. I suppose I'll take the bricks again. I'll take I'll take to the bricks again. Ta-ta for now. Okay. We have some candy. French candies. Ooh, we get hope and phlegm. Calissons, a traditional French candy made from candied fruit and ground almonds. Okay, we can't go here. Loitering in high-end establishment wouldn't be wise for me. Banned from the bell or not, I shouldn't push my luck. Key rack. Can I steal a key? You wouldn't steal a key. What if Suri leaves her desk? Stealing one of those would be so easy. Yeah, take a dump in the fountain, then she goes to have a look. Oh my god, somebody took a dump in the mountain fountain, and then we go steal the key. Um, I'm just wondering, could there be somebody like in the sewers who might have been a witness to the murder? Cabriolet. Let's talk to the broker guy. A real life minotaur at my humble stall. Marvelous! Can I ask how much are you influenced by the bull side of your disposition? Um, Admit that you're more of an animal at heart. Quite a lot in truth. I am quick to anger when people annoy me, and I love goring them to death with my horns. Fascinating, or I hope I didn't cause offense. I'm Sir Willard Rathbone, and this here is Dulcimer. Is Dulcimer the ostrich or the monkey? Why the monkey, dear boy? What kind of name is Dulcimer for an ostrich, I ask you? Of course. Can you give me a rundown of your inventory? My inventory consists of exactly these animals you see before you. Tortoises, badgers, owls, ravens, jackdaws, a lot. Though there is a pair of elephants I was forced to move to a barn out in the grapes, and a bobby gave me a ticket for bringing them into town. Public nuisance, he said. If you can't believe it. Did you capture all these creatures yourself? My good sir, I most definitely did, but none of these docile creatures can compare to the Siberian tiger I wrangled in the Orient. Bloody cat tore my left arm clean off. It was too mangled to reattach. If you look closely, you can see the replacement is a titch of color and a full 0.3 inches shorter. This lunatic's more of a magpie than a man. He's the one who should be in a cage. Collector, especially of things of little use or value. Do you mind if I ask how you came by your knighthood, Sir Rathbone? Or Sir Willard? Not at all. You won't be surprised to hear it was in service to the Queen. He's right about that. I don't believe I found anything so unsurprising in at least the past week. One of the royal family's summer homes in Aberdeenshire, I believe it was, had an infestation of cockroaches. Very unusual for the location, but wherever they wave their antennae, Dictoptera is a dashingly difficult species to root out. An expression of emphasis. I just squashed a lot of them with a few stumps of the old hoof. Now then, I had a solution no one could offer. The humble armadillo. It happened to have a mated pair on hand, and I loaned them to the royal family to help with their pest problem. When they hadn't seen a single cockroach in a month, I was knighted. A fine range of animals you have here, sir, but I'm not in the market for a pet. Perfectly understandable, my good miniature. It costs nothing to gaze upon these beasts. Alright. Where can we find a witness? Witless witness. Butcher. Open barrel. Yeah. Did I check? I didn't check anything from there. Yeah, I think I'm being here. Alright. Let's see. Of course, somebody might be at the docks. The curio shop. Maybe I'll go check out the sewers. Maybe then I'll call it a night after that. Check out the sewers just to make sure there's no witnesses there. Yeah, go back to the sewers. Locked door. I guess we can't go through here. Nothing to do here but stare at the rivets. Let's go up here to the murder place. Oh, there's the pump house captain. There's the pump house captain still filling in for the murdered engineer. They've cleaned up the pool of blood at least. You again. I never met anyone so keen to spend time down here who wasn't getting paid for it. That includes most that are. Indeed, why do I keep coming back here? I haven't time for your maundering today. Go and bother someone else. Alright? Yeah, meters, blah blah blah, and the crank handle, we already. Try the crank? Try it. I wonder what it does. Let's give it a turn. No, bro, it's catching some unseen sprockets. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna break it though. Especially with the guy there. It feels a bit too cruel. Let's check all these. A grimy old strongbox smells of mildew. Maybe that's the whole place. Open it. Someone gave the lock a good bashing at some point. Lead pivot smoothly and must have little crumbled stevedore's cap and 10 shillings. Ooh, we got money. Fortune shines on a miniature today. Teddy. Plush teddy with a missing eye and matted mohair fur. Fabric made from the hair of an Angora goat, typically mixed with wool. Damn, this thing is dusty and creepy, besides let's leave it alone. Left down here by Annika or Bertram, I suppose. Ah, so the kids. Okay. See, soda start. Seems are coming apart, soda spilling out. Poor thing, I could use a new owner. Okay, maybe I'll take it with me. Single eye is endearing somehow. I can give it to the kids. There's no spell of gunpowder, doubt it is combustible. So I'll have a better look. There's full crimson stain behind the ear. Could it be dry blood? So it's not only filthy, but it's got a grisly past. It's a grizzly bear. Ha ha ha. If it belonged to a child, I hope they didn't come to harm. Yeah, let's take it. A strip of canvas, a guttering candle, and a paper scrap. Somebody's been sleeping here. Thanks, detective. This must be where Annika was bedding down for a while. Oh yeah, it's the thief girl. I don't blame her for leaving it. This thing is almost as grimy as my own mattress. Good point, the garret could use deep clean. Yay, the self-defeating discipline has increased to level 13. But who's got time for that? There's too much to explore in the outside world. Ooh, search underneath the filthy bedroll. Damn it. Gonna find like a $1 million. $1 million rupees. It's brightness. What the fuck? It's like 80% chance and you just keep failing. Like, come on. I think this is a stupid mechanic that this die rolls. Same with what was the game? Disco Elysium. That's right. I've said this before. Game deck is a similar, has similar mechanics and stuff, but doesn't have these stupid die rolls. They work in actual tabletop RPGs, but not so well in these sort of games. Old key added to inventory. That is truly foul, but look at this, I found a key. Could it be for the hidden cache upstairs, the one below the manhole cover? Aha! Bottles. Scattered gin bottles, all of them empty, looks like bottom shelf stuff anyways. Annika didn't strike me as a drinker, though the sweet burn of slowberry sure is hard to resist. The slowberry, ripe fruit from the blackthorn tree. Alright. Let's go up here then. The manhole cover thingy should have something for us. But see, it wasn't a complete waste of time to come here. We got some stuff already. Down in the sewer. Hera. Oh there, Automaton. How are operations? It's here, sir. You've forgotten, and operations are proceeding at optimal capacity, meaning? The house were distilling gin with heat from my boiler, but lately someone went and put a stop to it. Going against the dog house, that's bold. Who was it, Hera? Accessing standby memory check failure. I'm sorry, sir. I couldn't tell you even if I knew. Fair enough, I suppose it matters little enough. Any road just means less moonshine for me. Is there something I can do for you? Suppose not. Steamer trunk, that's closed. Yes, I emptied it already. Moonshine. Well, like any other standing upright. Back for more. Let's try it. The gin hits my belly and the taste is delicious. Now that's what I call bootleg. Oh no, we lost some hope. Oh no, the hope is going down. It's only 85 now. Okay, there's the manhole cover. Let's save if there's more rats or something. Fuck. Chest bar. Here's that compartment latched and padlocked. Try the old key. Ah, that's done it. This fancy old key is perfect. Don't think I need it for anything else. By the fates! A sheaf of banknotes, over 20 pounds. Looks like this Minotaur ship has finally come in. 20 pounds, 2 shillings. Wow. And a grimy old pamphlet as well. Less interesting, but might as well have a read. As I open the pamphlet, a scrap of paper drifts down to my feet. On the 5th of May, Jack O'Malley is a dead man. That's Molly's husband, or he was, a long time ago. Perhaps the pamphlet will shed some light on this. We live under a bifurcate system, so it's like divided into two branches, where the wealth generated by the proletariat is unjustly harvested by bourgeois overlords, while the workers live in squalor and poverty. Yeah, communist bullshit. The system is maintained by a corrupt judiciary and enforced by a lower level street thugs, commonly called the police. The facts are evident and require no further justification. Let it be known that the Red Pack declares its opposition to this system. So that's the before the dog counts, the Red Packs were the most powerful criminal gang in the East. Okay. Though the education and organization of the workers, we will bring the oppressors to their knees, and through direct action, we shall tear down every corrupt structure and, if necessary, eliminate every adherent of the old ways. Direct action unfortunately necessitates violence against the oppressor. We abhor bloodshed, but it is the violence of systematic disenfranchisement and theft to the point of kleptocracy that demands direct action. Ruling system in which corrupt politicians enrich themselves outside the rule of law through kickbacks, bribes, and special favors. Were the bourgeoisie to lay down their arms and surrender their ill-gotten wealth, the violence would be unnecessary. Therefore, let the consequences rest on their heads alone. A new era of justice and prosperity is almost upon us, friend, wherein the working class will reap the rewards of their sweat and labor. The parasitic ownership class shall become a distasteful footnote in a glorious new history. Will you join the Red Pack and witness the fruition of an equal society, or fall under the boots of bullets of the capitalist dogs? I knew of the old rivalry between Red Pack and Doghounds, but I hadn't known the extent to which they tried to revolutionize society. Not only did Molly have a personal interest in putting down the Red Pack, but perhaps a political one as well. She wouldn't have wanted to wait for a full-scale revolution to play out, would rather claw her way to the top of the current system. Any road, nothing like a little light reading to get the blood up. Truth is the truth, okay? It was worth the effort, and I can ask Molly about it if I ever see the dastardly face again. Okay? This is where I came upon the Sandhog uniform. Sorry, a construction worker, yeah. There's nothing of interest here anymore. Nope. No sorry, Bob. Okay, maybe I'll see, because the most logical place to find an eyewitness to the murder that happened at the Rose is to go to the Rose. So let's see if we can go there. Because we started this chapter like coming out of the place. I was sort of like, oh, why would we go back? But maybe we should go back. All quiet now, but that last night was really something. Skinny lad. Ice the poet, I think. Some kind of downtrodden bohemian. This fellow reeks of self-pity. Look what the cane rat dragged in. Another Philistine to pollute the air with 1,000 misinformed opinions. Huzzah! Rather hostile for somebody who could get knocked off his stool by a stray breeze. Never mind all that. I won't hurt you unless you come to gloat about my failures, for I am Calvin Quill, poet extraordinaire. Well, you certainly sound serious, though I can't say I've heard of you. Quelle surprise! What a surprise in French. You may know me as Penny Poet, but of course you haven't heard of Calvin Quill, poet extraordinaire. Do you know why I languish like this, unknown and unsung? Ask him about the courtesan killer. Listen, you seem like a fellow who keeps an ear to the cobbles. How about these courtesan murders? Knowing some of the classier call girls shack up at the Belchar Hotel, I should wonder if the coppers have been nosing around there. Prostitutes, yeah. The Belchar Hotel, I don't know anything about it, but I do live there, of course, at the Belchar. That is why I find this news so troubling. Poet or no, he doesn't know a thing about lying. He's practically trembling. Yeah, scare an answer out of him. You know, people notice when a lady of the night disappears, even when it's someplace as desperate as the East End. But I reckon you could drop 100 itinerant poets in the Thames and all you'd hear is a round of applause. Slow down there, fellow. I abhor violence and principle, especially that inflicted on my person. Now, there's what I know. As I said before, I room at the bell jar in the broom closet. My quarters are between a pair of rooms, and from either side, I've often heard a licentious transaction occur. Thanks to the fates for my spacious garret, I never fit in a broom closet. One night last month, it was a day before the penny papers declared another victim. I heard the voices of two girls quite clearly, followed not long after by a commotion. I called it a cat fight and stoppered my ears for the evening. Interesting. That was all you heard? Yes, well, no, there was another odd sound as well, a kind of deep growling. One of them, perhaps, or it could have been a buyer who was patronizing both ladies at once. Bloody hell, here we go. There's a central dichotomy to modern man's sexuality, as I'm sure you're aware. The constant tension between societal expectations, cravat, top hat, the daily broadside, a large sheet of paper printed on one side, often with news and woodcut illustrations. And the primal urge of our common ancestor, the ape man, when a red blooded being finds those primal urges stifled. Well, he's a Darwinist. Beyond that, I can't make heads or tails of what he's about. Okay, enough. That's all I needed to know. Right, toodaloo then. Well, we got. The trail is cold. Okay. Oh, Jemmy. What is it? I'm not here to chit chat. Even Charmer. It's a wonder he isn't swarmed with admirers everywhere he goes. Okay, let's try to find out something about the mom. Fuck. Okay, I have to reload this one. The other save. Right? It's really annoying. Like, they're like, haha, we know you're gonna try to save scum or something, so we won't give you the option of backing out and then talking to him again. Because this is super difficult, but I wanna try. I wanna try to succeed in it. But yeah, I think the skill checks in computer RPGs like this, they work much better if there's like if you have skill, you have to have skill 26 or whatever, then you can succeed. Otherwise, you can't. Like this, otherwise this is just silly. But hey, and it's not like I save scum every check, but this is like I don't know. I want to know. I want to know what he knows, which probably is nothing, and I'm wasting my time anyways. But I want to see if he knows something about my mother. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelled of elderberries. See, it's gonna succeed today. It will. Oh wait, no, don't load yet. See, maybe like 5 tries or something at that time. Do you have any family in London? Listen, Atticus, you and I are mates. I'd sooner speak to the mayor of London about such things. Understood, but I have a rather urgent business. I had thought my mother dead for many years, but now I have an inkling that she's alive, being held somewhere in London. I didn't think there was anything interesting about you. Regarding your esteemed mother, the indigent may ultimately be found in one of 3 places: the madhouse, the jail, or the lime pits. Mass graves for paupers and vagrants. One day, Butterets, I'll see you laid out in your grave. You've got an ear to the street, an opinion on the orphans who've been disappearing from the East End. Okay, I'm not gonna re-roll this one. At least we got some black bile. Me too, I got some bile out of this. I do, in fact. The fewer filthy squalling urchins I see, the better I like it. Now, if there's isn't anything else, no, there isn't. Keep those hairs sharp, mate. Yes, thank you. I didn't want to really converse. Huh? He's an old friend and an honest minotaur. Shall I revisit our common affection for hard liquor? No, that's exactly why I should turn tail and scarper, to move quickly and undetected, often to run away. I recall the other night. Do I want to get robbed again? Just a wee tipple? For Christ's sake, no, Atticus. Say, do you know what became of Ariana? I heard she packed her things up and left London. Don't blame her given what happened upstairs. Okay, brothel is closed due to AIDS, I mean murder. But that certainly makes it easier to resist my temptations. Yeah, it's easier, so I don't have to wonder if there's anything. Yeah, so. Yeah, I have to gain entrance to the ferry and stuff. Don't really think there's anything else, Molly, of course, but I'll do that next time. I guess I will end the stream here. Let's just save the game. Find a good save file. Poke is good. So yeah, we did do stuff. We lived as a robot, even though I did find the robot section a bit padding or something, like I don't know, it's like unnecessary, sort of killing the momentum of the murder investigation and trying to find his mom. Like that's more interesting and relevant than the inner workings of a freaking robot. But anyways, I'm Adventure Argonaut. Thank you for watching and bye bye.